accessories, plus lots of hard-to-find merchandise. Clear out prices at up to 90% off. And knives, books, and holsters deeply discounted. One of the best gifts you can buy is security. Yeah. Paramount Sports is the lethal headquarters.
Got signed out. So I was trying to sign into the YouTube, and when as soon as I set it all up, had it all set up, and then as soon as I hit go live, it signed us out. So I apologize if you missed the first segment, but we are here now. So welcome to the show. If you missed, like I said, if you missed us and you didn't switch over to the radio, we discussed the latest out of the Robles case, the husband that shot his wife in front of the 15-year-old. We've learned that he did shoot her in front of the 15-year-old. He apparently they were having drinks on the night of November 26th. They started arguing. He grabbed a handgun, pointed it at his wife. The 15-year-old son intervened, trying to protect his mother. Robles then pointed the gun away from his wife, took shots at a gun safe inside of the house, put that gun away, then grabbed an AR-15, at which time he then pointed it again at his wife, this time pulling the trigger and killing her in front of the 15-year-old. He was in court yesterday, pleaded not guilty. He's being held without bail, and he's due back in court on December 12th. I talked about how neighbors had heard and seen things in the days leading up to these events. And it's always hard to put, like, hey, you should say something if you see something. And then at the same time, I have to go, well, why was she over there drinking with him? If they were going through a divorce, and it's tough. It's tough. It's hard. It's a tough case. Welcome back. It's the Grinch Show with J.R. Flores. I'm not the Grinch.
No. You're Scrooge. There's a huge difference. The Grinch inevitably gives in, though. So I'm starting to feel like you may be.
Scrooge gives in too, doesn't he?
Yeah, but
after he sees he's got to go
traumatic experience.
That's your boy. That's got your boy written all over it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, have you gone through anything traumatic though?
No, but in order for me to change, I have to sometimes all the time. I gotta be hit upside the head with a 2x4. God's like, get back in line, fool. What are you doing, big dummy? Welcome back. It is the JR Show. No, I am not the Grinch. I just don't get the whole gifts and everything. I'm a terrible at gifts, both giving and receiving. I hate it. I do. I have a kid, so I do my best to don't, kill that joy. What?
I know. I was gonna say I love doing both, but I'm terrible about telling people what I want because I have no idea what I want. I'm the worst. Never ask me for a Christmas list. I don't know. I have no clue.
I can tell you like 100 things that I would like to have, but I don't ever want people to buy me things. I just don't. I don't need them. I want them. I don't need them. It's a difference. So I don't understand it, and I hate gifts. I hate them. Sorry. But I do it for my daughter because she's 8 and she needs that in her life. You know what I mean? 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. We're back on YouTube. If you're a YouTube subscriber and watcher, we are live back on YouTube. Go over there, search up Kern Radio, and you can watch us right now. Do we have any text messages on the board before I get to this next story, sir? As I try to find it.
No, we are at
All right, 661-842-KRN, 661-842-5376. If you want to jump in, you can at any time. Send me your Elf on the Shelf ideas because I so desperately need them. See, I'm not the Grinch. I do Elf on the Shelf for my daughter. I could very easily be the Grinch, but I'm not. I want to tell you this story. I don't know if you guys have heard it, about two sisters, 17 and 14-year-old. They're out of Oakland. They were walking to a friend's house back on October 30th when a car pulled up on them, asked them if they wanted to ride. They declined. The car kept creeping up on them. Two guys jump out, snatch them up, and put them in the car and drive off. Which just blows me away that things like that could happen, but they do. And so it just makes me warn all the women in my life, just be careful, please. Know your surroundings. Know every time you walk out of a store, a Target or a Lululemon, whatever you ladies like to come out of, know your surroundings. Look around, pay attention, see if somebody is following you, if there's some weird guy standing by the door waiting for you to come out, all the way to your car. Don't be distracted on your cell phone. But these girls were kidnapped, brought back down to Bakersfield, stopped a couple times along the way, forced into prostitution. The older 17-year-old girl knew something bad's going to happen to me, was pulling her hair out in the backseat of the car so she could leave DNA traces if something happened to her. It's like, be careful out there. And the 14-year-old's still missing. She managed to escape. Her sister's still missing. They did catch the two guys that did it, but no word on the 14-year-old. More on that. A couple other local stories after the bottom of the hour news. This is the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
With SRN News,
Not kidding.
I'm
Send
Keith
me up on the
Peters in
shelf
Washington.
ideas.
Israel says it launched an airstrike in southern
an
Gaza in
Aussie on
retaliation for
the
an assigned
shelf.
militants earlier in the day. The
Have you
wounded
seen Sean
5
Combs'
Israeli
The Reckoning?
soldiers.
No, Sergio,
Israel
but
also has
I've
received
heard a
remains
lot
in
about
Gaza of a possible
it.
hostage and
A
says
lot
it will
about it.
begin allowing Palestinians
lot
to
about
leave
it.
the war-torn territory through a
I want
border
to watch it.
crossing
I
with
don't even know
Egypt.
if I have Netflix.
The remains will be examined to determine whether they belong to either of the two
Yeah, I
last
heard it's crazy,
hostages
Sergio.
in
I
Gaza.
heard it's going to go deep too.
President
Chris
Trump
was
has
saying that
announced
50
a
Cent is the
proposal
one
to
that
weaken vehicle
is the
mileage
director or
rules for
whatever.
the auto industry. If the plan
But I
announced
heard they're going to
Wednesday
get
is
into Tupac
finalized
and
next year,
Biggie.
would
I heard
ease
they get into
pressure
all
on
that.
automakers
All
to
that.
control
What's
pollution
up?
from gasoline-powered cars and trucks. On Wall Street, the Dow up by 408 points. The
Just
Nasdaq
because?
rose 40. More
Steven.
details at
My
SRN
boy
News.
Steven.
He said he just wanted to point at you.
Oh. That's our boy Steven. Get out of my shot! Rap beefs have evolved to Netflix docs. Nice beanie. Thanks, Chris. It's my Raider beanie. I still represent. Somebody told me, why don't you put the Raider thing in front? I said, I'm not ashamed of my Raiders. But they got to be all the way in the back right now because that's where they're at. Don't. Oh, the cyclist. Did you guys hear about? Remember the? You remember?
Hi, my name is Heather.
You guys need to hear this promo here.
And like some decorations to decorate it.
Last year, the cottage granted wishes for over 800 local foster youth. And this year, with your help, more boys and girls can receive something for the holidays.
My name's Brooke. I would like arts and crafts and maybe some clothes. Help fill the Christmas wishes of Kern County children in foster care.
To grant a wish, stop by 3043 Wilson Road, or for more information, go to kernradio.com. Helping Kern County foster children this season, one wish at a time.
Annabella. Piano. A chameleon. Hi, my name is Genesis. I want some Uggs, sweats, and I think that's it.
The Holiday Cottage, Bakersfield Mazda, and Kern Radio.
Start your day.
You guys get to the Holiday Cottage. I believe you have until Saturday. If you guys get to, it's on Wilson and Hughes, I believe, the corner of Wilson and Hughes, and the right next to the Department of I don't even know, Health Services, maybe. But they have a little cottage there. You go in there, and all along the wall they have wishes, and they're from kids that are like at the Jameson Center or places like that. And so they're trying to grant wishes for kids that can't get theirs. You guys should go help out.
Well, rock the bell.
I went to Rock the Bells long time ago, Chris. Much younger back then when I could do music festivals. Got to see Rage Against the Machine and Wu-Tang Clan play back to back. Quite the show. Rage Against the Machine was the headliner, and there were I feel like Scott because I talk about the music when I come back from my breaks, and that's what he does. Oh, I was in
traffic next.
I was in an elevator one time with. I ran into him when I was on the cruise ship, and I was hanging out with. Sorry, I apologize. I won't tell you my boring story of the time I was at a music festival. We'll just get to the next topic because we do have a lot to discuss. You guys remember the bicyclist that was hit over on Union Avenue by an on-duty arson investigator with the Bakersfield Fire Department? It was the middle of the day or the morning, and the arson investigator hits him, and now the family of the guy that was killed on the bike is suing the city of Bakersfield. Union Avenue is now notorious for so many of these accidents, whether it be pedestrians or bicyclists. They have taken Union Avenue from 3 lanes to 2 lanes. They have widened the bike lane. They've painted green paint all over it. They've slowed down the cars. They've made the cars drive closer to each other so that they would purposely try to slow down. And then they've tried everything they possibly could to prevent these accidents because they keep pretending, or maybe not pretending is the right word. I don't want to say, because I hate to call people dumb, but they keep on blaming the cars for these accidents. And this one and all of the ones that have happened after we've cut down the lanes, painted the green paint all over, slow down the cars, make the lanes smaller. After we've done all of this and these accidents still happen, can we at least look at it and say, it ain't working? And maybe maybe it's not the fault of the car. This family seems to believe so. Bruce Edward Hall Jr., 32, of Bakersfield, was traveling westbound, and I had to go back and because I just remembered the story. Oh yeah, he was riding a bike and he got hit by the arson investigator, and he died. And I didn't remember the details of the crash. So when I heard the family suing, I said, okay, what are the details? Because the news story didn't say what the details were. They just said, oh, he was riding his bike down Union and he got hit. So I went back and I looked. And according to witnesses, there was the traffic was traveling normally down Union Avenue. It was at 10 a.m. in the morning. It's a 40-mile-per-hour zone. And according to Rex Davenport, a sergeant with the Bakersfield Police Department, he says, quote, preliminary witnesses' statements said that northbound traffic was flowing through a green light, and the bicyclist was traveling westbound. Now, for all of you that need to go back to school and go north, east, west, south, or you're like me and you live in Bakersfield and you go, okay, north high's that way, south high's that way, west high's that way, east high's that way. Got it. You come to realize that north and west cross paths. And so while the arson investigator was heading north down Union, going 40 miles per hour on a green light, Mr. Bruce Edward Hall Jr. decided he thought it was his turn to go. Allegedly, according to preliminary witnesses, according to a BPD sergeant. So don't anybody sue me. Family. Was traveling westbound on 4th Street and failed to stop for the red light and rode into cross traffic. Again, according to preliminary witnesses. So why is the family suing the city of Bakersfield? And why are we going to have to spend money to even fight this kind of a lawsuit? But in this day and age that we live, it's never my fault. It's never personal responsibility. It's never, well, he was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing. And again, Union Avenue, I'm sorry. It's filled with, and I'm not saying that this person was a transient, but it's filled with transients, prostitutes, drug dealers, people just riding bikes up and down the street, walking into traffic, all over. Union's the worst of it, and that's why the statistics will show that with all of the accidents that happen. But heck, I was driving down, I think, right here on California Avenue. And there was 3 or 4, and I call them kids, and they might have been in their mid to late teens, early 20s. I don't know. Edgar. Trying to ride their bike, and then they just want to start to veer into traffic and act like they're going to cross. And it's not a crosswalk. It's not even an intersection. But yet, it's the car's fault. It's never the bicycle's fault. That's what the city will tell you anyways. And I feel like, and Chris, am I tripping on this? You drive down California Avenue enough.
All
Heck,
the time.
we live right in front of it. Does it seem like the lanes have gotten skinnier? Like they're not as wide as they used to be. And I don't know if it's because they try to jam that bike lane in on the outside curb. Did you notice that? Because that wasn't there before.
No, I did notice that. That is definitely new, and that's what made me laugh when you had brought up. Oh yeah, we're not going to get the green lanes, and I'm like, yeah, but they're going to do something.
Oh yeah, remember I texted Andre when they started that construction. I texted our city councilman, my city councilman. I said, "Am I losing a lane on California Avenue?" No, you're not. No, but now they seem they don't seem as wide.
Well, but again, in my personal opinion, I don't know if it's as like drastic to make people really notice that much, but I see your point.
I notice.
I
notice. I pay attention to details. It's always got to pay attention to the details. But yeah, it's all over. It's all over this city. It's always, we're just make the lane smaller and everything will be better. No. How about we teach people, I don't know, proper rules of traffic, whether you're a pedestrian, a bicyclist, or a car. How about that? Instead of letting this whole generation of kids and people just do whatever the heck they want. Just do whatever you want. And guess what? It won't be your fault. You'll be fine. Speaking of doing whatever you want and not getting permission, did you see what happened to Covenant Coffee House? They tried to use a promotion, and I mean, you gotta love them. They went with the Hogsworth theme. Now, I'm not big. What is this? Harry Potter, Chris? Is that what you're the big? Is that Harry Potter?
Yes.
Hogsworth? What is it called?
Hogsmeade.
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts is the school.
School, right?
Yeah.
So they tried to go with the Hogwarts theme.
Okay.
And they were there all summer long or all winter long. Covenant Coffee Shop. And it's a nonprofit. Actually, that helps kids that have come out of orphan and have aged out of the adoption system. They help them with jobs and get them started and getting on their feet and stuff. But they tried to do the whole theme with banners in there, and then they tried to have drinks named after things, I guess, associated with Harry Potter. I'm not familiar. Again, Gryffindor. Griff Finder. See, I have no idea. No
It's a
idea.
new one. I've never heard it called that.
Gryffindor gingerbread cappuccino. That's what
Okay.
they tried to sell.
Okay.
And then they tried to get Hogsmeade hazelnut brew.
Okay.
And then they also tried to do Dobby's.
Dobby. Yeah.
Dobby's
character.
Dobby's Delight
Okay. Yeah.
was the other one.
Okay.
And they put up all kinds of stuff in there and all over their social media and try to promote it using everything with the theme of Harry Potter.
Fair.
No, it isn't. Not according to Warner Brothers. They
Oh.
sent a cease and desist real quick, boys. And everybody online's like, oh, somebody ratted them out. Do you understand that Warner Brothers has a army of lawyers? That's Prince, the dead artist, right? The musician. You couldn't find Prince on YouTube anywhere because he had lawyers that would sit there all day and wait for somebody to try to post a print. Now you can because he's dead and the family has let that go. But before he died, you could not find a Prince song on YouTube at all, period. Because his lawyers would come quick. And you don't think Warner Brothers and other big movie studios aren't going to jump in and try to protect their property? Yeah, right. They sent a cease and desist real quick and said, nah, because you can't do that. You can't use, that would be like me going, oh, I'm gonna use Disneyland somehow to try to promote the show. We're gonna have a Disney themed show today and everything. The Disney's nah, get that out of here. It's the Disney show with JR. Yeah, right. The Disney out. Nope. I've said it too many times already. They're going to ban this YouTube video. Now, I understand it's a small little Bakersfield run coffee shop and they're a nonprofit, like I said, that helps kids that are aging out of the foster program and helps them get jobs. And so Warner Brothers, either could have maybe just turned a blind eye or jumped in and said, hey, we appreciate you being fans. Maybe we can help you with this or that. And we could, change a little bit of things just to help on our end with our rights. But they just said, shut it down. Shut it down. So you know what Covenant did? They said, we're still gonna have a wizard theme. We just won't call it the Hogs words anymore. Let me see. What does it say they changed it to? The event featured Harry Potter themed decorations and drinks. Oh, they also had the peppermint owl latte. But they've changed them now, Chris. Instead of, what is it, Gryffindor?
Gryffindor, yeah.
Gryffindor gingerbread cappuccino. Now it's just the Griff gingerbread cappuccino. See what they...
Can't you just say Griffin?
See what they did there? It's just the Griff now. The Hogsmeade hazelnut brew, that's now just the enchanted hazelnut brew. I'm sorry. It's funny to me. I got to find humor in my day. That's all. And the Dobby's Delight, that's now just Dobbs Delight. You guys go support Covenant Coffee House for what they're trying to do. The event is still going to run now through December 6th, so you have time to get in there. They were also doing a trivia night, which has been sold out. Can you guess what they were going to be having trivia about? Harry Potter, maybe? I don't know, but apparently that's now sold out, so you can't get into the trivia night. For the last day of the event from 9 to 11 a.m., Covenant is inviting the little witches and wizards into town to visit the coffee shop with their families to enjoy fun activities. Just make sure Warner Brothers doesn't get their invitation because they have declined to further comment on the situation. And I just thought it was funny. Covenant does have good coffee though. Doesn't Scott get his coffee from Covenant, or he used to get his coffee from Covenant?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
I thought so.
I think you're probably right.
I think he used to get it from Covenant. If he still doesn't, but go support them. Like I said, they are a nonprofit and everything. So I I get it, Warner Brothers, but at the same time, maybe just help them out. They are a nonprofit. If it was Dutch Brothers, or if it was even one of these other for-profit coffee shops doing it, I could see them busting chops.
Here's the thing, though: Dutch Brothers and Starbucks are going to pay to be able to do that.
Well, that's the whole point. Yes, right, exactly. You have to pay. That's what Warner Brothers is saying. Hey, you don't get to use our business and make money off of this and draw people in by using our property without us getting a cut of that. That's just, they're not wrong. But you guys know me. Two things can be right at the same time. So it just, I get it. They're right in their cease and desist, but they could have done the other right thing and said, but we'll still help you out, and maybe we can do a couple things. Or here's a donation to your coffee house, but you got to scrap the Harry Potter stuff. I don't know. They could have done something. Let's get to a break. What do you guys think? 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. On the other side, we're looking for a new BPD chief. We'll tell you how you can be involved in that. I'll give you my thoughts briefly on the whole, was it Department of War now, Pete Hegseth, and shooting at drug boats. Give you my quick thoughts on that. A kitty cat gets stolen from a barbershop, and a raccoon breaks into a store. I'll give you the details. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays from 3 till 6 p.m.
I just don't think there's a chance in hell a judge is going to throw out any of the evidence the cops acquired on Luigi Mangione because they didn't give a warrant. It was their responsibility to search that man. He was a wanted killer. He was in a McDonald's. What if there had been a bomb? No judge is going to get in the way of cops doing their job and save this alleged murderer.
On News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
The annual enrollment period for Medicare is here. That means that it is time for you to select your Medicare plan for 2026.
Man, don't even talk to me about Medicare right now and medical plans. My insurance is about to go up $90 a month. Now, I know that doesn't sound a lot of y'all, but that's a lot to your boy right here. $90 a month, man. I almost declined it. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I almost declined the whole thing. I was like, I don't even need insurance. After all the health stuff I've talked about this year on the Kern County, I'm on the magazine. I'm on the cover of Kern County Magazine talking about know your health, know your numbers. I did a know your numbers campaign with the CBCC, Comprehensive Blood and Cancer Center. I always preach. I go to your doctor at least once a year to get your yearly physical. And they tell me, oh well, the plan that you have, that's free. You don't have to pay. You don't have to have a copay for that. You get that free yearly checkup with your doctor. I said, well, yeah, it's free in the sense, like the same way that my daughter's school tells me that something is free. No, I already paid for that. Like I'm paying almost $300 a month for myself to have health insurance to go to the doctor once a year. Now I know what you're saying, JR. Something could happen. You could get sick. You could fall ill. Anything could happen. You're going to want to keep that insurance. Don't try to pretend to tell me that my yearly health checkup is then free, because it's not. It's actually costing me $3,600 a year. So that one visit is costing me $3,600. Y'all are ripping people off. Ripping people off. It's wicked, 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 whack. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com, 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Anything on the board before we get out of here for the day, sir?
Yeah, I got a couple here.
What you got?
First one says, yeah, I remember when Harry Potter first came out and local churches were preaching against it because it's demonic and sorcery and magic and stuff. And now all of a sudden the Christian coffee shop is promoting.
That's a grade A text right there, baby. That's a grade A text. That's a grade A text. Well, and that's the other thing is look, and I've grown up around those kinds of things too, where people and I deal with it now. My daughter goes to a private Christian school. There's all sorts of different things that people will believe in differently, like, oh, well, we don't let our kids watch that, or we don't allow our kids to view those kinds of things because we believe this and that. Hey, if that's what you believe is good for you and your family, I am not one to knock it. I'm not gonna say that's wacky or that's going a little too far. I know that I am placing my daughter on a solid foundation and belief in God and the word and his promise. And if that is her foundation, then I know no Harry Potter book or movie. I know no Wizards of Waverly Place TV show. I know no other thing that will enter into her life will affect that foundation. That's the idea of standing on that rock, standing on that foundation, is that you're not built on sand. The rains and the storms, you're not going to get washed away because you stand on that rock. And so I'm not with we don't allow us to watch that in our house. Okay, that's fine. Again, if that's what you believe is good for your kids and your family, I'm not going to knock it. But I don't need my daughter also entering into the world at 18 and going, bow, and what the heck? I've been shielded my whole life. My job as a parent, yes, it's to protect my daughter, but it's not to shield her from this world. It's to teach her how to be in this world, right? Because we have to live in this world as Christians. We have to walk out our faith in the world. And so it's teaching her how to do that, not so much secluding her from it and trying to keep things from her. At least that's my thoughts and ideas anyways. I don't know. 661-842 KRN 661-842. But that's funny. That's funny. Yes. Oh, we can't watch Harry Potter. Come by our Harry Potter. It's the same thing that guy talk about with Halloween, right? When we go, oh, well, we can't celebrate Halloween, which you guys know my opinion on, but yet we're going to turn around and have a harvest carnival. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. Right. Yeah. We can't watch Harry Potter, but here's our Gryffindor coffee. Thank you. 661-842-5376. What else you got?
I just got one more here. It says, or actually, Mary Marcus has turned the volume up first off.
Oh, okay. Because you can't hear Chris. Yeah, exactly. Nobody needs to hear Chris. It's the JR show, not Chris show. Chris has his own show. Go listen to him. 7 to 9 a.m. every morning. I almost did that. KGO Sports Talk, 12:30 a.m. 101.1 FM. KGO.com. Check him out.
With the mouse coming knocking on the door. Yes. This next or last one just says, just wanted to chime in on the Manuel Robles, Kern Robles murder.
Yeah.
My son is best friends with the youngest son. He stayed the night and visited their house regularly. My son is struggling very hard with the situation. He was very fond of Karen, and he's devastated at learning what happened to her and what his friend had gone through. He hasn't had a chance to talk to the son since this has happened. Just wanted to say people should keep that family and those children in their prayers, but also the children's friend who are affected by this. Children's friends, I'm sorry.
I think sometimes we forget how big the ripple effect is of the choices that we make in our life sometimes. And that it doesn't just affect us or even the immediate people around us. It affects the immediate people around those people. Right. And so like this person's talking about now their son is affected by his best friend's mom being killed. and there's that ripple. That one decision by one person now has affected many lives. And so, yeah, just keep the as he said, keep the family, not just the intermediate family, but all their family and friends in your thoughts and prayers as they go through this tough time. And it's only tougher because of the holidays. It's a sad situation. Is that it? We're done for the day. We are done for the day. Got about a minute left in the show. Join us tomorrow. We have the president of Bakersfield Christian High School, Mr. Matt Gwynn, joining us as Bakersfield Christian High School has taken over operations of Stockdale Christian. We'll tell you what that means. Not only that, Bakersfield Christian High School getting set for a big game on Friday out at Stockdale and Allen. Is that Allen? Yeah, Stockdale and Allen host. They get to a home game. State championships begin. BCHS undefeated. It's happening Friday night. I'm going to try to get out there. We also have a Christmas party this weekend. I got to get out of here. Make room for the Ralph Bailey Show. This is the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
This is AM 1180 KERN Green Acres. This is 96.1 FM Bakersfield.
All right, you guys, I got to get out of here for the day. Yes, Mary, they did. All prices are going up. Yeah, Covenant Coffee got some free publicity. Yes, they did. Bikes are out of control, and Baco PD needs to start enforcing traffic laws and underage. Yep. Yes, and yes, Ellen. Yes. I think they made things worse on Union by adding the bike lane. They did. Now they're putting them further into the street, which is putting them into further danger. It's wild. You guys be safe out there. We'll do it again tomorrow. Be good.